complex world we live in, it helps to step back and be aware of various perspectives on today's pressing issues. Joining us in the studio tonight is someone who does just that, Professor Danilo Arao, Associate Professor of Journalism at UP Diliman. He just published an e-book entitled Kuro-kuro, a collection of essays written in Filipino about a range of issues that touch us all. Good evening, Professor Arao. Welcome to CNN Philippines.
Good evening, Mitzi. Very happy to be here.
Great to have you again.
Yes.
Now, tell us about this book. There are 6 main chapters, ano? So, pakikwento naman ang mga essays na to.
Well, the title is Kuro-kuro, which means opinions. And the chapter titles are actually repeating words in Filipino, like muni-muni, bali-balita, pera-pera, suroy-suroy. For those who don't know suroy-suroy, it means sightseeing or traveling. So, it is basically a critique of social issues, but at the same time, unlike my previous books, these essays contained in Kuro-kuro are more personal. So that's why we see a lot of personal essays there.
Yes, just as some of the books, you have several collections of essays. You have the Hay Buhay, Reklamong Todo-Todo mula sa Nag-aalboroto. Ay nako, pagsusuma ng isang periodista.
Yes.
So can you give us just a taste of some of the essays? Can you read to us maybe something that's particularly relevant today?
Well, on the occasion of Holy Week, perhaps we can read something from the essay titled Pagninilay-nilay sa mga hudas ng ating buhay. Sa panahon ng Semana Santa, mainam na pagnilayan kung ano ang dapat gawin sa mga naglipa ng hudas sa ating lipunan. Papayag ba tayong hayaan ang kanilang pananatili sa kapangyarihan? Maghahanda na ba tayo para sa matagalang paglaban?
Yeah, during this time of the year, people think about fasting, you know, or people take vacation. But it's true, to reflect ito nga nabasa ko rin to, the different meanings today of sino ba si Cristo, si Judas. So when you look at commentary for today, how would you relate it? Some of the...
Well, of course, the Jesus Christ could be a personification of the mass movement, for example, that tries to fight for what is right. And the Judas Iscariots could be the, you know, certain government officials who shall be nameless for tonight, who makes promises that that are not kept, and who tend to make life miserable for the people.
Yes. And, you know, being a teacher, of course, some of the students, you also reflect, a lot of this is inspired by what you experience on campus.
Yes, that's correct. Right. Because aside from teaching, I do practice journalism, although I'm more closely involved with the alternative media.
Yes.
So these are experience that I've gathered through the years, and that partly explains why after all this time it's only now, starting in 2012, that I've begun to compile the things that I've written, particularly in Filipino, so that the public could be made more aware of what's happening in society, and to ensure that we can more or less help Lord Hina, a stabbing victim at the University of the Philippines way back in February 2011, because the proceeds of the book sales, the royalties particularly, would go to her continuing medication. Yes,
it's wonderful. All your books have always done this. You're continuing to help her and her family.
Yeah, and incidentally, this book is published by Flipside Publishing, the only digital-only publishing firm in the country.
Yes, and tell us how people can get a hold of this, and also your blog.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mitzi.
Yeah, very quickly.
Quickly. Well, this book is available on Google Play, iTunes, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, and Flipreads. Again, thank you very much, Mitzi, for this opportunity.
And thank you for enlightening us and through your essays.
Yes.
Once again, Professor Danny Arao. Now, education is a right, not a privilege. However, not everyone has access to this